Marvin, part of his job, his responsibilities, every morning he'll look for interesting sound bites. It could be a play-by-play call. It could be an answer from a coach or a manager or a player. And so Marvin played this on Monday, and to our surprise, Fritzy had a problem with Dave Sims' call. Dave is the Yankee broadcaster, and Vlad Guerrero just hit a grand slam. Blue Jays scored 10 and 13 runs in the first two games. So this is the call, and then we'll bring in Dave Sims. So go ahead, Marv.
Guerrero at the dish at a 2-1 count. He's looking to unload right here. 2-1. Pitch. He did. Deep drive, left field, grand slam.
So Dave Sims, kind enough to join us, the Yankees radio play-by-play voice on WFAN. Dave, I don't know if you heard about this big controversy, social media circles, but you've been a broadcaster a long, long time, and Fritzy had a problem. Fritzy, would you explain? First of all, great to see you, Dave, but under these circumstances.
Good to see you too, Dan.
Yeah. Fritzy, would you like to tell Dave that the problem you had with his call?
I will preface by saying that I have to preface.
No, we're not prefacing.
There's no prefacing.
No,
that is stop.
No,
I know Dave a long time, and we worked together in the early 90s. And I will say, when I heard that at the moment, it made me think, how does a broadcaster that's doing a local team's game, how do you juggle a good play, especially in the playoffs?
What are you doing? You soft. This is embarrassing.
What do you want me to say?
Tell him. Todd, tell him what you said.
I was disappointed because it sounded like, I didn't. How do you juggle the, you don't want to be a homer, and obviously it's against the Yankees, but it's a big home run. Should you show a little more, I don't know if enthusiasm is probably not the exact word, but that's a big play in a playoff game. It happens to be against your team that you're calling games for. So how do you capture that? Or how important?
Okay,
I have to finish my sentence.
Stop. You've had an opportunity.
I didn't finish my thought.
Your word
You're
salad
not letting me finish my thought.
No, I'm not.
You're editing me.
You had a chance. Okay, Dave, here was the thing. You had the call. Fritzy thought you should have been more enthusiastic because even though it was the Blue Jays, it was a grand slam in the postseason. And he was surprised that you weren't enthusiastic. Dave?
Hey, man, we're down 5-0. We got our clocks tuned the day before. It had gone into page 2 in game 2 here right at that moment, down 5-0. And Vladdy's been hot as a pistol. And I could see it coming. I've been around baseball long enough, played it long enough, like Dan, like you did, certainly not at the highest level, but I know my baseball. You could feel that coming. And I'm not going to sit here as the Yankee announcer and go, hey, wow, Vladdy hit a home run grand slam, and we're down 9-0. I mean, come on. I'm capturing the mood of Yankee fans. Yeah, I'll hit a homer if you want, but I'm bringing the same emotion that those folks are having at home. And I also, in the immortal words of, Ray Scott, who's one of the great minimalists in our business doing play-by-play, star, dollar, touchdown. That was my baseball version of it.
Yeah, I understood it, that you're you and Susan Waldman are sort of prefacing that something bad could happen because Vlad is, he's locked in. So you kind of led us up to the moment, and it was basically calling a shot going, yeah, gone. And that was the mood there. But
yes.
Do you ever fight the urge of what, in fairness to what Fritzy was saying, the enthusiasm, it is a playoff, but you are calling for the Yankees, the home team. And if I'm tuning in, the last thing I want to hear is, damn, Dave sounded really excited that Vlad hit a grand slam in the postseason.
Well, to that point, Dan, it's interesting. I love baseball. We all love it. We love it for the excitement, the juice that you get in a baseball game, particularly at this time of year, but anytime during the regular season. I appreciate great plays. Now, if a guy makes a heck of a play defensively or makes a great catch in the outfield, or he hits a bad pitch and he hits it out a la Vlad Sr., I'm going to exclaim, but I'm pulling for the Yankees. And now, granted, I'm not doing a national broadcast where I got to try to stay down the middle. I have no problem going, hey, man, I got NY in my heart. I had Seattle in my heart. I got NY in my heart now. I'm rooting for these guys to pull through with the victory. I have ginormous respect, for the game, and I don't think I did anything that was, out of the ordinary by any stretch. Matter of fact, most of family and friends and whatnot, people I've heard from, said, he sort of captured the moment. That's how we felt.
How about when you're the local announcer and you're critical of your team? Like when is that window or door open that, yeah, I should be able to be critical with the team that's employing me?
You have to be. You tell the truth. Tell the truth. We've had pitchers. I've seen a couple of pitchers this year where it's like the pen relays to get from the dugout to the batter's box, because there's no fear of getting maybe not drilled but pitched inside. You want to put batters in an uncomfortable position, and I've criticized some guys on the ball club for that, and I've done it in the past. Guy makes a bad play. Tries to make a superstar play out of sometimes where you should just eat the ball. You say it, because the fans are saying the same thing. I'm telling the truth, and I'm not making anything up. Bad play is a bad play. Good play is a good play.
If the Yankees get swept, finish that sentence.
It's going to stink. It's going to hurt. Toronto's a very good ball club. I have tremendous respect for them, as I like to call them, the non-bold-faced names that they have on their ball club. You know about, Vladdy, you know about George Springer, but you're talking about Davis Schneider, Alejandro Kirk-White. I love that guy. He's 5'8", 265, and he's a great hitter. Ernie Clement, Miles Straw, Addison Barger. These are guys that, not even a lot of the mainstream baseball fans, they don't even know who these guys are. And I've seen them now, 10, 12 times this year. I know how good they are. And I think and Kevin Gausman was outstanding. And the Savage kid the other day, was off the chart. No hit ball for 5 1/3. 11 punches. Come on. So it'd be a big disappointment. Yankees tied with Toronto for the third best record in baseball. And if they get swept, that would just be terrible.
Who's going to wear this if they get swept? Who gets the blame?
Oh, you pick a lot of people. I don't want to leave anybody out. I don't know. When I did my talk, when I was doing talk show radio at FAN many moons ago, I was big into that category. Since I moved into play-by-play all these last few years, I'm not picking up brickbats or eggs and throwing stuff. The team was constructed. It's a home run hitting team, and they've been out hit home runs. What is it? 8-1, 8 and 14-3 in the playoffs in the postseason. They're not hitting home runs, and certainly the inning that will live in infamy was the 6th inning, game 1, bases loaded, nobody out, and score 1 run on a base loaded walk. That should have been at minimum a three-run inning. So, the players, I guess you'd have to say, the players underperformed. They didn't perform. But you know what? It ain't over. 0-1 team and the 17 team came from behind. That's what I'm hanging my hat on right now.
You worked in Seattle for a long time with the Mariners, and now with the Yankees. Who is your MVP in the American League?
I went with Judge, but I got no beef if Cal goes with it. I went with Judge because he leads in 19 categories. Yes, Cal, catcher, runs it, the whole pitching staff does a great job. He hit 60 freaking home runs. I get that. But Judge's overall worth 19 categories he's leading, and about 4 or 5 others he's right below. And I just think that carries a heck of a lot of weight and that led the way on a team that hits a ton of home runs, and he hit 50 home runs. And the fact that, he won the batting title and hit 50-plus home runs. Third guy to do it, Fox and Mantle. So, but again, I think it's going to be a close vote. I really do.
Yeah, I do too. Any last words for Fritzy, your former friend?
Former friend, nice.
Yeah. Broncos beat my Eagles, so I'm probably more mad at him about that than anything.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you going to be enthusiastic, though? I want you to think about this. Are you going to overcompensate with your call tonight? That if
Hell
Vlad Guerrero
no.
hits a home...
Why would I do that?
I know. I just, the pressure here, Fritzy's in your head, baby.
All my years of play-by-play experience.
Hey, man, I've had a lot worse voices in my head than Fritzy, trust me.
Have fun tonight, Dave. Thanks for being a
pleasure
good
as
sport.
always. Hey, Dan, thanks a lot. Good to see you, man. And hey, hello to Dan. That's way to go, boys. You guys are great.
That's Dave Sims. He'll be on the call for Game 3, Blue Jays Yankees on WFAN radio. I hope he's enthusiastic, when Toronto does something, Todd.
Again, enthusiastic's not the right word, but I'll play along. There's got to be some other word for what I'm trying to say about it. Just calling a big play that happened to go against your team.
I like how you are playing along. You created this.
I don't think I said anything vicious. I was saying that if something happens in a playoff game and it happens to be against your team, but now the way Dave explained it, now I understand. I see the light that everything you call has to be based on the emotions of the local fans, and that's how you call. I thought that was more of the analyst than the play-by-play.
Todd, he didn't tell you anything that we didn't tell you. We told you.
I guess it was good to hear from someone that had, the 2 decades plus of play-by-play, but I didn't realize that the play-by-play person for a local game, no matter what's happening, really has to be totally into what the reaction is going to be of the fans, good or bad. You're trying not to be complete homer if something big happens that is done by the other team. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Acknowledging it, not enthusiastically. Acknowledging it.
I can see the camera's still on Dave. He is laughing at you.
Yes, of course he is. He should. He's got a lot more experience than I do. 0 to 25.
He's laughing at you.